So at the end of 18 months, he's the guy I was being trained by is now working for me.
Wow.
No way.
And it was like, wow. So I left there. Where do you think I went?
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Straight away.
Where everyone eventually got pulled.
Big problem though, because I've been in the Army less than 5 years. I'm already a staff sergeant. And I arrive and I check into the early room at the 330th Recon. And the captain says, "Oh, great, I don't have to give you these." And he holds up a pair of staff sergeant
Medals, the
things.
yeah.
Stripes.
And he says, he just throws them in the trash can. He said, "You know what those are?" And I said, "No." He said, "Those are blood stripes." What the hell's a blood stripe? He said, "That guy died, so you get to wear his stripes and take his job." And I'm like, but I don't know anything about being a staff sergeant.
Yeah.
You know, please don't do this to me. You don't have any choice, pal.
Yeah.
So I'm a platoon leader already, and don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Oh my gosh.
So the first time I go out with anybody, it's a team of 5 guys. We're out. We go out through the wire. We go 1,000 yards into the jungle and stop. Everybody stop. Now we're still within hearings of the base camp. I said, "Who's been here the longest?" And this one guy raised his hand. "I've been here 6 months and 3 days." I said, "Okay, you're in charge."
Yeah.
That's smart.
And I just started taking the different jobs one by one to learn them. So my first 4 months in Vietnam, I was a staff sergeant working for privates.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything else
Yeah.
because I didn't want to make any mistakes. I didn't want to get somebody killed. And it still doesn't work out.
Yeah.
It still was hard. So by the time I came out of Vietnam, I was in E7, so I was a really young sergeant first class, and then spent the rest of the time almost overseas. And I go Europe, Korea, Europe, Thailand, Europe,
Wow.
different places, and learned a lot doing that. But I was in E7 for 12 years in grade. I couldn't get promoted.
Yeah.
And I had a boss, a colonel I worked for in Germany, and I said, we were drinking coffee one night in his office. I said, "How come we can't get promoted? I can't even see a promotion board." It's like, what's going on? If we promote you, we lose you. And we don't want to lose you.
Oh my gosh.
So they promote the idiots to get them out of the unit. And the guys who are worth the shit put up with it.
Oh, that's incredible.
Well, in the end, it paid off. After almost 15 years overseas, I get orders for the headquarters. I'm not going to headquarters. I'm not going to push papers. I've been in an active job
Yeah.
my whole life. I'm not going to go and push papers. So I called this, I had a special number. Is that going to bother us?
No.
You're good.
So I had a special number I could call with the Pentagon. So I called this young lady up and I said, "I can't go to headquarters. You got to fix it." And she says, all the special ops people have these special phone numbers they can call. Like, I don't want to do this. "Oh, you want something nastier?" "Yeah." "Okay." Is it hot and wet or mangy and cold or? So I called my favorite number up and I said, I can't go to headquarters. You got to change it. Let me check. So she puts me in a hole and she comes back and says, I can't change this one. It's the 3-star that runs all the intelligence in the Army has demanded your presence. And I'm like, oh, crap. What what else can I do? I can't help you. There's nothing you can do. I said, I'm thinking for a minute. So I said, what's my ALAT and DLAT scores? That's for languages.
Okay.
She says, oh, you maxed them both. And I said, what language can I take? And she said, any one you want. And I said, how about, I want to learn to read, write, and speak Mandarin. She said, oh, that can get you out of the headquarters. It's like 2 years at Monterey, immersive. Okay.
Cool.
So she cuts orders for me.
That's
I
pretty
get
creative.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very creative.
So yeah, so I go to Monterey. I arrive at Monterey on a Saturday, and I'm unpacking my duffel bag, and the orderly comes in and says, "Hey, Sarge, there's some general on the phone. He wants to talk to you."
Oh, no.
So I go to the orderly room. Hello, this is General so and so. His name is Roy. He says, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "No, sir. I haven't got a clue." Well, I'm your new boss, and I want to know why you're in Monterey and not in my headquarters. And I'm like, oh, well, the Army saw fit to train, cuts me right off. He says, my office, Monday morning, full dress uniform, and don't let the screen door hit you in the butt. Slams the phone down. And the orderly, all the way across the room, now this is a phone receiver, says, sounded like an order to me. So I'm jamming my clothes back in the duffel bag and went to the headquarters. So I get to the headquarters late Sunday, and they put me in officers' quarters. I said, what's going on? Well, they have no room in the BOQ, or BEQ rather. So they put you in the BOQ. Okay. Monday morning sharp, 9 o'clock, I reported dress uniform to the general's office. And I'm standing at attention in front of his desk, and he says, okay, everybody come in. Everybody, all these people come in. I don't even know who they are. And he comes.
10 people, 50 people?
Oh, 15 anyway. I don't know for sure.
10-ish.
Yeah,
10
to 15.
And where was
somewhere.
this? Where,
It's in his office.
but where's the, like, what's the,
Oh, this is in Arlington.
oh,
in
okay.
the
So you
main
went from Monterey
headquarters.
to Arlington over the
Yeah,
weekend. Okay.
yeah. This is the main headquarters for the Army Intelligence and Security Command
Okay.
worldwide.
First time in
Okay.
Arlington, or?
Oh, I've never seen the place before.
Okay. Okay.
And it's got like, I don't know, 250 officers there and a handful of enlisted guys. And so all these people come in, and the general comes up in front of me and he says, how'd you like to be a warrant officer? I said, sure. No board. He just makes me a warrant officer. Puts the pins on me, and I'm like, wow. I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah.
And so he says, I'm putting you in charge of your military occupational specialty for the whole world. And I went, whoa. And he says, and your desk is right above mine in the next floor up. So I got my own office. And so I said, what do you think I said to him? I can't do it, sir.
What?
Why not? Because I'm just a warrant officer, and that's a year probation. And I got 28 now chief warrant officers out there in the world in my MLS that aren't going to do what I tell them. Can I make him a chief warrant officer? And the secretary says, you can do anything you want, General. Says, okay. He takes the warrant pins off and puts chief warrant pins on. Says, now, can you do your job? Well, I'm not sure these guys are going to do what I tell them. He says, that's your problem. I'm sure you'll work it out. I saluted him and I left, walked out. So I took over my MLS. So
Are these when these promotions come? Because I know there's so much rank in military.
Yeah.
Do they come with associated pay increases?
Oh,
Or do you
yeah.
sometimes get
Yeah, monster pay increases.
So he's not only promoting you in the military, but
I'm
you're
getting a
getting
pay raise
bumps.
with it, sure.
So he gives you a pay bump really quickly.
Yeah.
And now you're like, I still can't do my
Yeah.
job. And he's like, what about now? And you get another
Yeah.
pay bump. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I can try.
So-
So you're
yeah.
just inheriting
So,
pay raises
Yeah.
also alongside the promotions.
yeah.
That's wild.
So, yeah, but you got to remember you're walking into a shitstorm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you know, I didn't know what to do for a while. I just knew these guys, they're going to know how this happened. They're not going to do anything I tell them.